The very worst job is one which comes from the main industry of the Middle Ages, the wool trade. If your name's Fuller, it's highly likely that at some time in the dim and distant past, one of your ancestors was involved in the job of fulling. And if manual labour is something you do with your hands, then fulling is pedal labour, because you did it with your feet. And P is the operative word, because in order to make wool soft and malleable, it had to be trodden for at least 2 hours underfoot in stale urine. In the Middle Ages, wool became the country's biggest export. By 1300, there were 15 million sheep, almost 3 times the human population. So fullers would have been thick on the ground too, a vital link between weavers, dyers and cloth merchants. You could earn up to 3 times as much as a field labourer, but the work was so unpleasant that this must have been little comfort. When raw wool's spun and woven into a loose weave fabric, it's left dirty. The grease is needed to ease the weaving process. It's after that the fuller has to turn this rough cloth into something more usable. Well, this is fine. Why don't they just put this on?
Well, if you need to finish it, this is, when you cut this, it will fray. Yeah. And it's greasy.
It is pretty greasy, isn't
it?
And
you can make it better. It's a felting process. It closes the fibres together.
Oh yeah, you can see that they are actually pretty widely apart here.
Yes.
Whereas here, smooth and it just smells like cloth.
Much cleaner.
So how does this fulling actually work?
You need water, you need something to take the grease out, and you walk about on it a lot. Do you want to have a go?
Oh, I'll definitely have a go. I'm really up for this. Okay, this is the upside. I get this nice, vaguely amusing costume to wear, and the basic job of fulling is okay. It's just a bit boring. You're just marching up and down in a vat for 7 or 8 hours at a time. The downside is that I'm marching up and down in this. This is genuine human urine. This isn't a television trick or anything. It's not orange juice or dyed water. It's about 20 litres of stale urine here. If this was petrol, it would be enough to get me from here to Newcastle. And it's been kindly donated by our production team over the last couple of weeks. Thank you very much, guys, for your help with the experiment. You ready, Ruth?
I think so.
Then let's get into it. God, it's heavy.
Smells bad.
Oh, God, that smells.
Oh, it's like keeping that.
It's like raw meat. Oh. I'm really not looking forward to this very much. It's every time you breathe in.
Makes your eyes water.
The flies are starting to gather around. It is quite disgusting, isn't it? Well, I suppose we better take our shoes off.
Well, I've got my shoes off. I have to tuck my skirt up.
I think you should, love.
It's not going in there.
Oh, it's every time you get a deep breath of it, you forget what you're doing and breathe in deep and woof. It hits the base of your stomach and you want to chuck.
Yeah, let's go. It's cold.
Oh, they could have warmed it up for us, couldn't they? Oh. Was there a special technique involved in this?
Well, the important thing is to get as much movement as possible. So dancing is probably more effective than walking, but basically you keep moving. Yeah. And every now and then you have to stop and move the cloth.
The important thing is not to breathe.
It's pretty vile.
Oh, it's quite disgusting.
Yeah.
The reason they used urine is that when it had been left for a week or two, it decomposed to produce a rich source of ammonia, which is perfect for removing the grease. They didn't have public loos at the time, so part of the job would have involved collecting it from door to door. How long did they have to do this for? Was it really 7 or 8 hours?
It depends very much on the size of the cloth, but it can, yes. I mean, it can take a long time if you want a really heavy finish. The faster you move, the warmer you get. But I don't know what you do about upset stomachs.
Well, the trouble is, when you start to move fast, you start to breathe more heavily. Do you think it's changing the colour of the cloth at all?
It's certainly changing the colour of the liquid. You can see the grease is coming out. It's gone very cloudy. It's taking the grease out. The lines in it are going
It's like a
because
bizarre version of a washing powder advert. This,
the
isn't it?
threads are actually closing up. I mean, that I've hardly been at that at all, and you can see it's already different. It gets your toenails very clean.
I'm losing the will to live. This really is the worst job. Mind you, in a strange kind of perverted way, I think I'm getting used to the smell. Only another 7 hours, 59 minutes. So after all these miserable hours of urine treading, you'd end up with this, which would have been used to make something like this, worn by the knights and squires and King Henry at Agincourt and the bishops in their cathedrals. In fact, without this worst job, the big players in the Middle Ages would have been stark naked.